Alright guys, we're back for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and we are going to be talking about whether you guys should summon on the upcoming Christmas banner, and if it's worth to pull for it when end of year is actually pretty close. But before that, we may as well go ahead and take a look at everything that there is to offer, because we do have a Christmas campaign ongoing, which is going to be starting tomorrow. So we're going to be getting the Christmas banner, and we already know what this is going to be about. 3,000 year blower summons, which is going to be a guaranteed 1,000 year blower character that you can get from a single. And I have some bad news to break to it. These Christmas characters are in the single. Now, what does this mean? Is that these characters are actually labeled as 1,000 year blower. I do not like the sound of that because it makes no sense. These are literally characters that we've seen many times from the anime. We've seen them get so many seasonal versions. I was very dead set on thinking that this would be just a standard regular seasonal end of month banner, but no, apparently these characters are going to be 1,000 year blower. If it's because of Nemu having Sunflower Mayuri that actually brands the banner as 1,000 year blower, bro, that's just such a terrible take. I'm sorry, but like, bro, you cannot be doing this. This is literally another 1,000 year blower banner. That's just insane. I don't know what to say about this, man. Like, yeah. But anywho, all you guys need to know is that the lineup has been updated. It goes from round 1 of 1,000 year blower all the way up to Roberts and Basby, and includes the new Christmas characters. So yeah, more new units to pull, but at the same time, because this is a single, yeah, sometimes you can get shafted and get the old characters. Like, the past 2 to 3 singles have not been getting me anything good from it, but been getting lucky in banners. That's all I'm gonna say. Free multis are also gonna be back tomorrow, like we've mentioned earlier in the previous videos, and this time around the pool will start from Party Time, Gin, Grimjow, and Shuhei, and will go all the way up to the Christmas characters from last year. So Nell, Grimjow, and Yachiru are gonna be included, as well as Parasol, Rukia, Ikaku, and Gin. So the lineup has been updated, which isn't bad. I mean, we didn't get that many seasonals this year. It was just Valentine's Day and Future Society. That's literally just about it. So yeah, there's going to be some login bonuses. Log in during the event period to claim 60 orbs and 80 soul tickets. So make sure you guys do that. And then we've got more special orders where you can get golden hammers by using 50 soul tickets, 10 of them. You get a quintessence scroll, which is going to be for once we get to unlock the transcendence level, a couple tickets and 5 spirit orbs, and then some accessory orders. And then we have the awakened Bambi at epic raid, which is also going to be dropping tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming that, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. And then we have the point event that is going to be dropping tomorrow, and this is just going to be your regular 10 million point event. So, oh wait, no, this is 15 million this time around, so you can get more golden hammers, and there's going to be a 4th essence scroll. Okay, so it's the same type of point event as you know, the one we had when GG dropped. So yeah, and then we have the Christmas packs, which were data mined a little while ago, and we're just gonna go ahead and see what's in this. But besides that, yeah, we do have all these other extra quests, such as the Revival Candle Daily Rare Loot quest, which is starting today, and then we have the Special Training Extra, good for new players, the Ascension Character quest, which gives out more cones than ever, and the event period as shown here, and then Path to Power, yeah. Path of Friendship, that's all you guys really need to see here. And now let's just take a look at the packs. I don't really recommend any of you guys to buy this because you're never going to be guaranteed the character you want. So here's the first one. Ew, the lineup isn't that good. Besides this Ringiku, Nanao, this Shuhei as a buffer. You don't have booster, but you can still be used. You're not good, and you're just an ad unit with no booster. I don't think I've ever used this Grimjow now that I honestly think about it. Jesus. Yeah, don't buy this. Silver one is basically going to be the same as the regular one, but more expensive. Instead of being 25 years, this is going to be like 42, 43. I don't even know. What does this have? Okay, it's a bit of a better lineup, but I cannot really recommend it because you're never really going to be guaranteed the featured unit. If you guys want to know, these are literally 40% chance of being able to get either one of these 6 characters that you guys see right here, or you have a 60% chance to get an unfeatured. So yeah, you're not even going to be guaranteed Future Society Noitora. And then we have the one with the selector ticket, the golden pack, which will allow you to pick 5 and get 1 character spat out. And let's just take a look. Oh, okay, the lineup is actually so much better here. So you have Future Society, Orihime, Parasol Rukia, Tensa Zangetsu as one of the standout characters. Dog Toshiro, I don't really deem him to be that good of a character, if I'm being honest. Not with Retsu and Ulquiorra being better than him. And yeah, there's some value out of this. Let's see, how far do the unfeatured pull? Because besides the standout characters, you can also pick the characters from the start of the game up until whatever they decided to include. So in this kind of case, okay, I think it's still up to the swimsuit, Isane, Momo, and Nelio. That's interesting to make note of. Alright. This pack, only if you have the money to throw, because at the end of the day, you are getting 512 orbs and a selector ticket, so you can pretty much guarantee one of the characters, one of the 5, and it'll be better value, but it's just very expensive, and I would only really do it if you're missing a new character from this type of ticket pack overall. The campaign got updated once more, and there's gonna be another Soul Reaper ticket for you guys to get by the time this starts. So just make sure you do 1,000 single player runs in between the characters that have been released this year and by end of years. Obviously, the new Isane, Nemu, and Retsu are included this time around. So if you pull any of the Christmas characters, you can use them, do 1,000 runs, and you can get the Soul Reaper ticket, which also has a chance to pull 1,000-year blower characters, or just use any of the previously released 1,000-year blower characters that happened in between the end of year banner and up until now. So yeah. And finally, we can talk about this banner. Is this banner worth summoning on overall? All right, I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion. End of year banner is going to be very close, so if you guys care about more that, which is going to give us the next set of hype characters, which are going to be meta breaking on the same scale as the 9th anniversary characters, if not better than that. Just to give you guys an idea, last year we had True Shikai, Ichigo, Yuha, and Orihime. Orihime was a very toxic PvP character, and then you had True Shikai and Yuha being the best characters of the game, and they just completely demolished the 8th anniversary characters like as if they were nothing. And we can kind of see the same case happening for end of year with how they like to power creep things out. Because all you guys really need to know is that this banner is yet another Guild Quest banner where you're mainly summoning for characters to use in Guild Quest. In this case, you want to go for both Retsu and Nemu because these are going to be your ranged Quincy killers to take advantage of that. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you have Dog Toshiro, but it's like 1-5, 2-5, you pretty much need to have this Retsu if you want to get better scores and be able to compete in the high leagues of Guild Quests. And of course, if your Ulk is only 2-5, I have to be 100% honest. This Retsu is just going to be demolishing Ulquiorra. Now, the only case you don't need to pull Retsu is if you have a 5 out of 5 Ulk like me. In that kind of case, you're probably going to be safe, but even then, let's say you do get Retsu 1-5. At 1-5, it's going to be similar, but at 2-5, she'll just automatically be better in the long run, and also because she's a Soul Reaper, she has access to more damage buffers, like the Tech Tenjiro, Academy Shuhei. You can pretty much mega buff this Retsu to do even more DPS, and she'll be a dominant Guild Quest character. And considering we do have Nightmare GQ for range Quincy, starting next week, yeah. And then we have ourselves a new normal attack character being Nemu. And this one, I just want to say that she might be better than 1,000-year blower Aizen. I still need to see some damage calcs overall. Just the fact that she has Flurry +2 with 185% attack buff once you get the gauge active. Bro, it's nothing to scoff at. Although, I'm still a bit more lenient on Aizen with the fact that he can proc weakening to do 50% more damage. He gets the attack buff. But that being said, he only has like, what, Flare +1, 60% bruiser, attack buff. And then once you get the gauge active, I think you do get 100% bruiser. So, yeah, it's a bit of a close competition, but I'll definitely say we finally gotten ourselves a good normal attacking unit that isn't just for guild quests. And that's what I like to see. I want to see these types of characters overall. And then Isane, it's another farmer. But guess what? It's not even a power farmer. But yeah, going over everything else, all you guys need to know is that Retsu is mainly made for guild quest and has GQ specific skills. So Quincy Killer Plus has an EX move and has 55% full stamina damage boost, 35 from the soul trait, and 20 from the skill. So it's not like she's lacking damage. So there's that. Havoc of 20%, Sprint +1, Sharpshooter with the attainable skills, Bombardment +1, Debilitator of +5 seconds, increased element chance against Quincy's, weakened defense, weakened immunity, 80% SP boost, strong attack reaches time by -12%, the full stand which I mentioned before, and then the freaking guild quest skills. 50% kill effect in guild quest, outside of that 30%, 10% range damage outside of guild quest, 30% in guild quest, frenzy +2, frenzy +3 in guild quest. Bro, I'm so tired of that, man. Like, these freaking skills that we see right here, these could have been replaced with Berserker in damage to paralyzed enemies. I'm so sick of seeing these kind of skills overall because they just make the characters way more killer reliant than they need to be, and in the long run, bro, these characters are just not aging that great. Like Candace, just to give you guys an idea, yes, she was the best lead for a ranged captain, but we didn't have that much competition surrounding the character, and we kind of needed that. Asby had competition, and it wasn't really that much of a must-have, even though that guy was just slightly better than True Shikai overall. So, like, I don't know what they're doing with these kind of characters. I don't. I'm getting sick of this. And then Nemu, like I stated before, he is a gauge character, which I'm actually very happy to see now. I'm not gonna lie. Very happy to see 100%. Quincy Killer, normal attack damage of 35%, the gauge effect, flurry +1, bruiser 100%, sprint +1, long reach of 20% with DR to Quincy's 20%, a bit wasted if you ask me, and then the rest of the base 6-star skills, flurry +1, bruiser 50, keep in mind this does go up to 85% because of the soul trait. You have enhancer, poise, sharpshooter, strong attack reaches time of -12%, multi-bear +2, complete status immunity, booster, gauge rampage, which is very important. This will allow her to build up the gauge faster, and she also has start gauge of +70%. And of course, once again, once you get the gauge active, you get an extra flurry and an extra 100% bruiser. So very cracked normal attack damage unit. We finally got something that is really damn good and might replace Isaac. I need to see DPS calcs, man. So I need to see between the two units before I can even make my final judgments and say she's better than Aizen or not. And now Isane, like I stated before, this is a farmer. And I'm gonna be realistic with you guys. If you have Senjumaru, if you have Tensa, you don't really need this character. But the only thing I'm gonna give her credit where it's due is the fact that she is the first character to come armed with superpowered link slot potions of +10. What I mean by this is, by the time you slap on the Aaron Yarrow link on this character, you're going to be able to get +15 super link slot potions for power, thus making her into a better farmer. But the thing is, we kind of don't really need that, and even then, you get still like +10 super potions already by just using Senjumaru and Tensa. And they also have a much better kit than Isane that you might as well not even pull for her, even though this character is better than both Senjumaru and Tensa. It's just that it wasn't needed. This character should have been a power character, and yet they made her speed again. How many ultimate farmers do we need for speed before we can even get a good one for power? Power is still lacking that. Tech actually has Halibut. Heart has at least Rengiku and Noitora. Speed has too many of these. Mind also has really good farmers like Ninya, Balgo, Ikaku. What does power have? I'm not using Yumichiga. Nell is alright, but she doesn't farm potions. Like, you guys see what I mean? But yeah, Crystal Jewel drop of 30% on the soul trait with guard break plus hit hidden enemies. Burn +1, havoc of 20%. and then has some defeated enemy bonus where she gets defeat 20, 20% increased movement speed, defeat 40, 20% stamina recovery, and then defeat 60, team party strong attack damage of 20%, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's a co-op character at the end of the day. If you're thinking about using her for guild quests, look, you're never getting the extra 20% strong attack damage either way. That's Frenzy +2, Berserker 50, double tear of +2 seconds, damage to drain enemies of 40%, recharge, complete status immunity, power droplet drop of 30%, power link slot potions of +5, 80% SP boost, super power link slot potions of +10, and then increased status element chance against power attribute enemies. So, yeah, cracked farmer. We just didn't need another one for speed, but she's really good. Kit, she has the Action Vortex, Beam, and then a full screen SA3. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, but even Retsu's kit is really good. She has the Giselle SA1, 960 all around her, like 990 Kenny, and then a full screen 1200 radius SA3. So that's all you guys really need to know and see here. So yeah, and the fillers, wow, holy, I think I'm gonna have to break down these fillers, huh? Okay, we'll just go ahead and talk about the fillers right now. Okay, so going over the fillers, first up is Nanao. She's gonna be your link slot potion link, but at the same time, also a really solid technique farmer for speed potions, because you do at least have the regular link slot potion skill and the droplet skill, so you're gonna be able to take advantage of her in the likes of epic raids and link slot trials for when you need to prioritize mainly for droplets and link slot potions. With Frenzy +2, Berserker 50, no SP boost, but does have this skill right here, Soul Reaper Resonance. The more strong attacks there are on the field, the more damage she gets overall, and then has an extra 20% character strong attack damage of 20%. Her SA3 is kind of the only letdown because you cannot inflict ailments with it and has a longer cooldown than needs to be. And I don't think she has, okay, no, she doesn't have the extra cooldown, so that's gonna suck. 16-second cooldown, baby. Guard Break, Havoc of 20%, and Sprint +1. And then the essays. She has the 40% shave, which isn't good for epic raids, but in co-op content, she's fine. 3k length beam, and then a full screen SA3. That's all you guys really need to see here. Just your regular potion farmer, nothing too crazy. Orihime, on the other hand, is going to be a GQ bot for the likes of Ranged Soul Reaper. Is still the only Nat character to have the homing vortex, which I do appreciate. But once again, has the crazy freaking skill set for Flurry +1, Flurry +2 in Guild Quest, Killer Effect 50, range damage 30%, and everything else. I hate this, man. But besides that, all you guys need to know is that she's a GQ bot for Ranged Soul Reaper, has long reach, and has the homing vortex. That's all. I don't need to talk about this character as much. Noitora, on the other hand, he's gonna be your potion farmer for super potions and regular potions, and also is a link slot potion link for super pots. So you can use this character to any one of your hard characters like True Shikai, Holobankai Toshiro, and Byakuya and turn them into super link slot potion farmers. And even then, this guy is gonna be really good to use in link slot trials. I've been using him a lot, and he just gets the job done with increased element chance, has extra damage to last raid enemies. His kit is kind of on the wonky side though, because oh yeah, he has Guard Break with Havoc, forgot to mention that, and a good Berserker value of 40 with 80% speed boost. But yeah, the kit is wonky though, has a 750 Suction Vortex into Lunge, and then a full screen SA3. So I would really recommend giving this character Long Stride if you want to enjoy the character and make the most out of him for link slot trials. Momo, just a droplet character. I don't really need to specify the unit as much. The kit, nothing too crazy. Like 18% shave, ew. Beam SA3, but she can boost, so there's that, and then a full screen SA3. Basically, I don't need to really talk about this character as much. All I'm gonna say is that her DPS multiplier is actually quite solid, since she has Frenzy +1, Berserker 60, and damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment of 100%. And doesn't have Pierce Iron Skin, but she kind of doesn't need it when link slot trials is stupidly easy enough as it is that my Visor Ichigo is just able to one-shot the enemies at 1-5. Oh yeah. Basically a 50% droplet character with guaranteed droplets. That's all you guys need to know. Mashira, on the other hand, is going to be your super link slot potion link, and pretty much what she is designed for. Outside of that, she is going to be your damage buffer for a lot of power Soul Reapers. in the case of Thousand Year Blower Soifon or Mugetsu, you want to pair up this Mashiro because she does have this little golden gem right here. Easily. But besides that, you can choose to use her and not use her because she just has Super Link Slot Potions of +5 via the Soul Trait and not the skill set. It has Frenzy +2, Berserker 40, damage to paralyzed enemies of 40, plus this. Increased element chance against Technique attribute enemies, strong attack reaches time of -12%, and Technique Link Slot Potions of +5. And she pretty much has the same kit as Noitora in this kind of case, 100% the same, identical. Only difference is that the SA3 is full screen. So once again, if you want to enjoy the character, make sure to give her a long shot. Yachiru, another droplet character, a bit better, just lacking Havoc. That's the only downside to it. And she also has cooldown to when moving in between the quest areas with Frenzy +2, Berserker 60, Heart attribute character, strong attack damage of 20%, Purity character, gives out barriers, and yeah, guard break plus hidden enemies, stamina recovery. He has a beam. It's a skinnier one, unfortunately. Almost full screen lunge, and then a full screen third strong attack. Yeah, it's pretty much similar to the Valentine's Day Momo, but better. Next up is this Swimsuit Jushiro, +10 Link Slot Potion character, a bit weaker compared to Nanao, but I'm definitely gonna say if you want to pair Nanao to this character right here, you can, and turn him into a +15 Link Slot Potion character, but he needs to be paired up against no affiliation enemy mobs who take the most out of his kit. Now, Link Slot Trials, again, is easy, but I don't like this kit, and for epic grades, yeah, very killer reliant, and he just gets hard carried by a lot of the other units, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like, his skill set is pretty solid. I've talked about this character most of the time on the channel, but yeah, the kit isn't so good. 18% shave, Vortex into pushback attack, and then a full screen SA3. Like, in Link Slot Trials, he's gonna be fine. In epic grades, he just gets hard carried because the strong attack kit is not that good. You don't want to have range collision attacks overall on your kit. Oh, would you look at that? The only ultimate farmer that we have for power, and he sucks. Why do I say he sucks? Because his DPS is lacking, his kit is not good. Like, what else do I need to say? Like, sure, you can farm super potions, droplets, potion. But, I'm gonna be honest, I pulled them, I never used them at all. I just preferred using my Mugetsu, Bulk, Lige, upping the Mashiro Link, and that's what I've been doing. Falcon Blast on the SA1, normally that's good. Like, I've got no problems about that, but this is bad. 750 all around him. And then 1200 radius, SA3. That SA2 is kind of what kills the character because you're lacking way too much range on that SA2 overall. Isn't even a distant AoE attack, and it doesn't help with the fact that you only have Berserker of 60% with power attribute character strong attack damage of 20%. It's not even Frenzy +2. You keep that in mind, so yeah, that's why we need a new power farmer badly, I'm gonna be honest. And then next up is Halibel. She is just a coin farmer with Link Slot Potions, don't need to specify much. DPS is a bit lacking, Frenzy +1 with full stam 30, Berserker 40, no Havoc, can inflict freeze. Oh, never mind, the DPS is not lacking too much. She has this as well, which I forgot, and Guard Break plus hit 10, so my bad. And then Beam SA1, Vortex into pushback, full screen SA3. I don't really need to talk about this character too much. So yeah, those were the fillers, and this is a 50-step banner once more. So yeah, once you get to 50 steps, you get this selector ticket, which basically features every 1000-year blower character from round 1 all the way up to Ishin and Misaki, but I wouldn't really recommend doing that when we have the end of year banner. Keep your orb reserves for that. Like, if you guys have orbs to spend, like, maximum 25 steps, max. Don't go past that. I don't recommend it at all. Like, just go to step 25, get the pity ticket, and there you guys go. But even then, for 5.5k orbs, I'd really rather reserve them for the end of year banner. If anything else, we're gonna be getting a lot more hype stuff, and you guys probably want to get more dupes of those characters than whatever we have here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the banner. And there's also gonna be individual banners which are going to be dropping days later, and here you guys go. Hold on. Unfortunately, most of the individuals are quite bad. Retsu is going to be available starting from the 15th and will last until the 21st. Nemu, on the other hand, from the 21st up until the 27th, and it's also quite mid. and then Isane from the 27th up until the 2nd of January. So yeah, okay, actually Isane's individual banner, I keep on forgetting it has Aaron, so there's a bit value for that, but yeah, I wouldn't really recommend summoning too much on these banners, to be honest. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys will be up to date on my most recent videos. Now, I'm gonna say this, I don't plan on summoning on the banner at all. I plan to keep my orbs mainly for the end of year banner, but I am going to be summoning on a friend's account on stream, and if there's anyone else that would like me to summon on their accounts, I'd definitely be willing to do so to make up for the lack of summon content that will be happening during this month of December. So do let me know, boys. This has been your boy, the Dash Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So have a wonderful day, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.